Well, I just was reminiscing on some past history. Uh, Not too long ago, about 6, 7 years ago, I was up and back in Alaska after being absent from that area for a number of years. Hadn't been in Alaska since 1997. I spent about 10 years up there off and on, and then I decided to go back up there in 2008 and get on a fishing boat and worked fishing boats for a couple years for 2000. Actually, it was 2000. What was it? 2000. It wasn't 2008. It was 2010, 11, and 12. I was up there for 2 years and off and on, and for the seasons. And then I came back, and then I went back up there in 2000. Came back in 2012. Went back up there in 2014 and 15 and 16. Another 3 years, and I went up there to Alaska. So I got about a total of 17, 18 years working in Alaska. But I remember I did a lot of walking and riding my bicycle, and I'd lost a lot of weight. I got all the way down to 160, 165 pounds, and I was all the way up to 230, 235 pounds before I went down there. I lost all that weight. I got super skinny. Of course, I was burning a lot of calories, obviously. But also, I was eating a lot of good food. I was eating fish. I was eating a lot of vegetables and fruit, and I wasn't eating as much processed and junk food. Very little. And I remember camping on the side of the road, in the woods a little bit, because I got tired when I was walking. Did a lot of walking and hiking along the Kenai Peninsula Road, and I forget the other names of the other roads, Seward Highway, and what's it called? Sterling Highway, which is, I believe it's Highway 1, runs down the whole peninsula from Anchorage all the way down to Homer. But I pretty much walked and hitchhiked that whole distance. I would be in the back of people's trucks, trying to stay warm, laying in the back of their bed of their trucks, and if it was sometimes I would be lucky and I'd be able to sit in the car, but it was for short distances at a time. It was like only for maybe an hour or 2 hours of driving, and then I had to get out and hitchhike, catch a ride with someone else. But I would walk in between hitchhikes, and probably at least a third, if not even a half, of the distance I did with walk, or I would walk and walking and riding my bicycle. But my son came up there too 1 year, and or about a year and a half. We camped outside until it started snowing, and then I got lucky and hooked up with someone that I worked with at one of the fish factories that we worked at, and he sold me a camper for $500, and we stayed in that camper for a little bit. But before that, we stayed in a lodge, a little cabin